We're back with Rose Lee. Rose, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you.
We've heard you've made some waves across campus this week. Quite the splash. You've inspired a wind of change. Did you cause this ridiculous weather pattern?
Maybe a little bit.
Okay, so you wrote an opinion piece for the Ithacan. Can you tell us what the article is about?
Sure, yeah. So the piece is just a little bit about, the experiences I've had working at ICTV as a woman and some of the oppressive and sexist treatment that I've experienced personally. I also included some examples from other women who've worked at ICTV and they've experienced similar treatment. And I kind of talked a little bit about the professional television industry and how it is hugely dominated by men and a little bit about, what that means.
Right, so the Ithacan let you put in your 2 cents. So that leaves us with 76 cents, right?
Just about.
Sounds about right. So the article talked a lot about your firsthand experience with working with ICTV. Would you care to elaborate on that?
Sure. I mean, I've been involved with ICTV since my freshman year. I started out in sports, and I kind of experienced some, sexist treatment just because it was hugely dominated by men. The majority of the cast and crew when I worked on those sports shows were men, and there was just a small minority of women working on the show. And that just kind of resulted in, the men cast and crew members looking down on us and kind of ostracizing us in some ways. And it really wasn't a very positive experience for me. And so I kind of transitioned into doing entertainment. I started working on Sautéed, the cooking show. And it was predominantly women, working on that show. And I still experienced, sexist treatment in that environment, which just kind of made me feel really, really agitated because I felt that it was completely unfair for that treatment to take place in an environment where, it's not fit.
Yeah, why don't more people try to tackle this issue? Tackling's good, right? Sports! So anyway, can you describe the type of reaction you've received with this article?
Yeah, I mean, the reaction has been huge. I've received so many messages, emails from alums and other women at ICTV, also certain men who either resonated or didn't resonate with the article. It started a huge conversation on social media, and I've just been completely blown away. I didn't anticipate this kind of reaction, but it's been really amazing.
Yeah, I bet. So, and this piece was taken down shortly after being published. Is that correct?
Yeah, that is correct. So when it was initially published on Tuesday, what happened was one of the male crew members that I mentioned in the article, who I experienced, sexist treatment from, he was really unhappy with the article and emailed the Ithacan demanding they take it down because of libel. He felt that I, said some slanderous things against his character. So it was taken down because of that, and I had to revise the article to kind of make it a little bit more vague so you couldn't identify his person by reading the article.
I see. So the piece was taken down, right? And was it taken down low, all the way to the floor? How low did it go?
Very low.
Very low, very low, excellent. So, and there's a rumor circulating that the new editor for the Ithacan is just a cat rolling around on a warm keyboard. Do you care to comment on this?
So the jury's still out. I'm still trying to figure it out.
I see. Yes. So what type of conversation were you hoping to start with this article?
When the article was published, it really did start a huge conversation just about, gender inequality in ICTV. And I think it's really amazing because I realized, I don't think anybody else has brought this, issue to light before. So, seeing how people have expressed, I've experienced this personally, or I haven't experienced this, but it's still important that we talk about it. I think the conversation just leads to greater awareness, and awareness is the first step towards change. So I'm really, really happy with the results of it.
Yeah, let's give them something to talk about. Bonnie Raitt had it right the whole time. Well, thanks for joining us, Rose. You're top notch.
Thank you.
Hard-hitting news never takes a break, except for now. We need to take a break. Oops.